Okay, everyone, this should be fun. I'm going to try something new today. This is going to be the listening party, but it's actually technically the third episode. We did the second episode yesterday with Uncle Corey Swap, and it was a lot of fun. It actually went a little bit too long. It was like 2 hours. So today I'm editing it a little bit. It's still going to end up being like super long, probably still around 2 hours, but I had to put in titles. I had to do a bunch of stuff so people knew what song we were doing. And then Corey and I, we're such old friends that we just started to talk about other things, and we kind of got out of the what's up, Hannah? What's up, Diego? We kind of got out of the whole purpose of the video. So it's like we're listening to the album, and then he and I are just talking about country music or recording in a studio in 1994. It was just so crazy. So I thought today. Oh, thanks, Ryan Green. Yeah, you guys, this is that Explorer I was talking about, and I got it today, and I love it, but it has one problem. This switch, for some reason, if I flip it down, it stays. If the middle, of course, stays. If I flip it up, it doesn't stay. What's up, Teresa? Isn't that crazy? So I have to bring it back tomorrow and see if they'll fix it. But anyways, so today's going to be fun, but it's going to also be weird, because I'm going to do the top 50 metal albums of all time, episode 3, which is album number 48. So people are going to go, wait, you already did 50? Where's 49? So just keep in mind that that's going to be coming out later tonight. I'm actually going to leave this particular one on unlisted until I edit it, and then I'm going to re-release it so it'll be in chronological order, okay? So thanks, Teresa. She wants everybody to say ho. Hey ho. Hey ho. So in preparation for album number 48, which is Slipknot's Iowa, I'm very excited about this one because recently I've been going back down my Slipknot rabbit hole and just remembering how awesome they were. Like, I really loved them back in 2002, 2001 when this album came out. I feel like they were at their absolute most badass, Not that they weren't after that, because they still were, but tragedy hit the band and things, people get older and you can only put on so many amazing shows before you start to slow down a little bit. So I feel like 2001 is when they're at their prime. So we have Slipknot Iowa, and people keep trying to guess the next album, which is exciting, but I'm really just taking off of like 4 different top 50 lists that I found online, and I'm kind of just customizing them a little bit. Because yesterday we were supposed to do Mayhem. And when I read the history of that band, I'm like, oh man, I just don't feel like talking about Norwegian death metal, where the singer killed himself and some other guy murdered somebody and they're burning churches. I'm like, I just don't want to talk about that stuff today. So I kind of edited the order a little bit. So don't worry, we might come back to that one, but I'm not sure. I have to be in the mood, So, okay, who started the whole thing? I think Teresa did. It's kind of like Kyle Dunnigan when he does his Sly Stallone. Everybody gives me a yo, but this will be a ho, I guess. I love it. Okay, so if you're here to check out a live stream, it's going to not be what you're probably thinking, okay? The rule is you have to have the ability to play this album on your end. That's why I put the big sign above the album, because it's like, due to copyright, if I play even 3 seconds of a song, sometimes it can get flagged, and then sometimes you get like a copyright strike, and it's not good. If you ever saw Rick Beato's videos about that kind of stuff, it's not good. So I had to do a workaround. So all you need to do is have Spotify open or another tab if you're on a computer, have the next song ready to go. We'll go 3, 2, 1, play, and then both of us will hear it simultaneously, and you'll still hear me comment on it. So I think that's a good workaround for now. What's up, Nicholas? So I just got to say hello to everybody, and I'm probably not going to be able to, do my commentary and read every comment simultaneously. I'll try to keep up with you guys, but hopefully you're also listening to the album and you can say what you want about each tune as well, okay? So yes, Iowa is one of the most angriest albums of all time, and that is because of what the band was going through at the time. I had no idea Corey Taylor went through that much with alcoholism and almost committing suicide and all that stuff. And it really shows in this album how frustrated they were. So, but I'm excited because I've been listening to the first couple tracks. The very first track is just like an interlude, but over and over again for the last couple days and watching live versions. And it's very exciting. But yeah, this is the new Explorer. It's actually a little more of a cream color. Right now it looks very white on my screen, so it looks more like James Hetfield's guitar. But I'm actually going to put a decal right here. I'm not really sure what to put. So we'll see what I come up with. I'm kind of excited about it. And like I said, the switch is broken already. First day. Check this out one more time. I push it up. Comes back down. It's got erectile dysfunction. So we're going to have to blue pill that baby. Okay, so here's how it sounds. I thought, what better guitar to do drop tunings with than this Explorer? So I'm very excited about it. Now, some of the tunes on this album, I guess, go from drop B to drop A, so I might have to quickly tune. But once I hit play on the song, I can't stop, because otherwise we're going to have sync problems. We're not going to be in sync. Can't help but think of the boy band every time I say in sync now. Damn it. Okay, so everybody, you want to get the first track, 515, queued up. What I'm going to try to do is put like a text like this, so you know what track we're on, okay? And I guess 515 is the area code in Iowa. So, and being from Minnesota, we're neighbors with Iowa. So it's kind of scary to see what's going on just south of the border. Bunch of crazy people with masks on screaming. Then we have Canada above us, so we're screwed. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, you guys ready? We've got 515. Yeah, go ahead and give us a thumbs up, a like if you can. I think this will help get the word about the live stream and now this new concept spread around. I'm excited about that. Okay, so remember, 3, 2, 1, I'll say play. Hit play right when I hit it, and we'll be in sync. Track number 1. You guys ready? 3, 2, 1, play. Now remember, this is just an interlude that they would play at the beginning of their concerts. And it's like a guy screaming, I think. A lot of weird screams. And my friend went and saw this concert. I'm so jealous. It was at the XL Energy Center. And someone just uploaded that concert onto YouTube. So at least I get to watch it. It's kind of exciting. This reminds me of like Nine Inch Nails intro or something. That even sounds like Trent Reznor. Diesels in socialist Canada. Yeah, I hear stories about people coming here for medical treatment. I'm like, can you really afford that? You like break your arm here in America and you gotta take out a loan, you know? Oh, it's Sid screaming. Oh, okay, the next song started, so I hit stop. Okay, so what's gonna happen is we're on to track 2 now, so people who are just joining us are like, what the hell's going on? And I just thought of something. Because I talk a lot during its commentary and reaction, even if you don't have the album playing, it still might be somewhat entertaining to watch this. But it's really going to be great if you guys could actually play the songs on your end, okay? Okay, we're on to track 2 already. People equal shite. Yes, I will say shite, just to get around the algorithm. Now, this is the song that actually drew me to Iowa, because somebody uploaded a live version of it, and it starts off with that blast beat, and then when it kicks into the main riff, and Corey Taylor's doing his Jonathan Davis headbang, I just got shivers, man. I'm like, this is it. This is what I want to see. So, if I could go back and watch any Slipknot concert, it would be 2001, the Iowa Tour XL. Damn it, I missed it. Hopefully, if someday they figure out time travel, I'll be able to see it, though. That's what I'm going to hang my hat on. So, thanks, DK. Leo, I did not skip 49. We actually recorded it last night. So I'm going to upload it later, okay? All right, guys. Do you guys have people equals shite ready to go? 3, 2, 1. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Play. Blast beat. Double kick. So if I saw this live, I'd already been shitting my pants by now. Now this part, the whole crowd's like, yeah. Explosions. Getting freaking chills right there. So what I'm going to do, Hacker Pro could do the Iowa Corey Taylor scream. Wow. That's impressive, man. So I don't know how to play any of these riffs, so I'm just going to fake it today, okay? Because you can kind of just do a lot of dissonance. All right, here we go. When he does that talk, it sounds like Jonathan Davis meets Mike Patton. It's pretty cool. This album was very well produced. Of course, Ross Robinson did it. He knew what he was doing. I heard, though, that he broke his back or something in a dirt bike accident during this. So he's like, I'm just going to take all my pain and put it into this album. So you can just make weird noises. It works. That is so heavy right there. Red Arsenic. No, I'm just going to go in order of the album. Music Person. I was just talking to Corey about the reunion. It'll be on the live stream that we did last night, later tonight. I know this is all confusing, but... This is where the crowd goes insane. You can just feel it building up. You're like, okay, we're going to do it one more time. That's so badass. Should I get a Slipknot decal right here? Just kidding. Now, I would love it if I could play the actual tracks on this live stream. That would be so great, but can't happen. Sorry. Yeah, Hacker Pro, I heard that he was singing naked in the studio, and he took like glass and he cut himself, like you said. Damn. Okay, so that was People Equal Shit. And I don't know how much pain they needed to make this album, but you can almost feel it when you're listening to it. It's just so intense, you know? And the glue holding it all together, I mean, oh my God, Joey Jordison, like his drumming just makes my day. You know, every time I try to learn his stuff, I fail miserably on drums, but it makes me better every time I attempt it. Another guy that I have a lot of trouble drumming like is the Fear Factory drummer. Something about the way he plays, especially like Demanufacture, his kick drums are so intense and they're triggered and they're so fast. It's just like, I need like a year to practice this kind of stuff. So, Aaron, it's drop B, but later they do songs in drop A. So it's kind of weird. Like right now, like my strings are barely hanging on as it is. If I go down another whole step, I don't know what's going to happen. So this will be very interesting. Yes, I'll explain it one more time. I see Hannah's trying to explain it as well. It's very confusing, I know. But just nowadays we live in a time where you guys can play any song you want, right? Pretty much. If you are on a computer, just open up another tab, find the whole album right there, and then have it set to be ready to play along with us. What I do is I just have my iPhone sitting there with Apple Music. I just go to the next tune. Boom, there we go. But Spotify would work. I don't know if using the CD would be the best idea. I don't know if anybody really is sitting there with their CD player watching me right now. But really, I'm just recording this right now so that later I can re-upload it and people can have their stuff ready. So they're ready to do the whole thing, okay? Yeah, music person, it might as well be Drop H. So I don't think I've ever heard My Plague before. That's going to be the next track. So let me get rid of this here. Oh, wait, no, I skipped one. Disasterpiece. That's the next one. Okay. Let's see. Dude, your drum tracks are just as good as guitar, if not better. Thank you, Fuzzy Dice. Well, I've been playing drums longer than guitar. I started when I was about 10 years old. My grandma bought me this kind of cheap aluminum kit, and I would just like bang on it. And then I didn't have any cymbals or cymbal holders, so I just used an old lamp, and my grandma bought me this really old cymbal I put on top of the lamp, and I was just like hitting that, stuff like that. So I've been drumming a lot in my life, and then when I got into guitar, I just kind of let drums go for a long time. Then I came back to it, thank God, because I love both of them. So, ooh, Just Joshin has a CD player. That's sweet. So I'm kind of worried that if you hit play on a CD player, if it's going to be synced up with what I do on Apple Music, you know, because sometimes the CD takes a little while to engage, but either way, we're trying to work around copyright problems. So, and it's kind of cool too, because if you guys are playing the music on your side, you can control how loud it is compared to my voice. So if you're like, oh, Mike's talking a bunch of bullshit, you could turn up the music and not even listen to me. So yeah, that'd be funny saying if somebody's playing vinyl right now, they're like, hold on, scratching the record. Now there's another thing that I'm kind of copying is whenever they do on Rogan, they do like Fight Companion where they play UFC events and then they don't show it. They can't legally. They can't show it legally. So they basically just say, okay, we're going to start now. And then you watch the fight while he commentates. I think that's a great idea. So that's kind of why I stole it for this idea. So, all right. Yo, Paint It Black. It's heavy in drop B. That would be badass, man. Okay. We're going to move on to the next tune, Disasterpiece, which I've never heard before. I feel like a kid on Christmas. You guys ready? You have Disasterpiece ready to go? Okay, we're going to hit play. Ready? 3, 2, 1, play. Cool wah effect. It's very loopy. No, Ryan, I don't think any Bravos come into this one, but maybe the next one. We're going to talk jiu-jitsu and flat earth. I'm just making stuff up. I can't. Whoa. I have heard this before. You know what? This guitar is pretty heavy. When I picked it up today, the guy at the counter had the box. He's like, oh my God, what is this thing? It's because it was in the case, but I swear it weighed 80 pounds. This is heavy, guys. Disasterpiece? Good Lord. What I love about Joey's playing, it's not just his playing, it's the sound of his drum kit. So unique. I swear, when you play a Slipknot, you need to either be able to heavy riff or go. There's a lot of that going on. Scotty J, yes I am. I've been watching the UFC since '93. God, I should have been listening to this one before jiu-jitsu matches. Anton, there's no neck dive on this guitar. Watch. It's totally balanced. Isn't that cool? That's why I don't want to return this one, even though the switch is broken. Because I'm like, what if I just got lucky on this one? Gosh, I wish Jim Root would enter the chat. That'd be sweet. I always respected Jim because he didn't have like super long hair, but he still looked really cool on stage headbanging with short hair. Yeah, Treadway, I actually feel a little torn because I want to use this guitar for tuning down, but I also want to use it for like Metallica riffing since it looks like a James Hetfield guitar. So I don't know what to do. Like, I don't want to put it through torture. I don't want to like drop it down to drop A and then go to standard E all the time. It'll screw it up, you know? Okay, we're building up to something. Those kick drums are nuts, man. Now, if you guys know how to play these tunes, don't laugh at me, because I've never played them before. I'm just faking it. That's the best guess I could get for that last riff. Oh, Treadway, I got to tell you about a lyric I heard today on this album that blew me away. I got to wait till the song's done, though. Kind of goes like that. I'm going to call this How to Fake Your Way Through a Slipknot Tune You've Never Really Heard Before. Something big. Damn. Joey's going insane with those kick drums on. He might have the fastest single stroke rolls I've ever heard. Oh, that's total Pantera. I love it. So I wonder what Slipknot would have been if Korn wasn't around, you know? Because you could tell he's very influenced. Wow. At the end, you could hear something crunch. I think it's the headphones. I feel like he took them off and threw them down because it just had that sound to it. So, damn, that was intense, man. So I really do think I should have listened to this back when I was doing jiu-jitsu, like testing for my belt, because I would try to get motivated, you know, because I'd be really nervous. So I'd be like, oh, man, I got to forget about this match coming up. If I would have listened to that, I think I would have kicked way more ass, you know. It's almost like you could do anything down here on drop B and it sounds heavy. And do some kind of... There we go. We just wrote a new Slipknot tune. Yeah, Nick, I was wondering if I should get white or if I should get red or black or what, you know. I don't really care for black Explorers as much. Not being racist, I swear. And the red ones are great, but I already have my other guitar that's red, the V. My other Gibson, so it's white pickguard with red on the V, and this would have been white pickguard with red on the Explorer. I thought, nah, I want to change it up a little bit. Plus, I love Hetfield, so it works. Okay, so the next song is My Plague. I almost skipped track 3 last time. There we go. Somebody says it's from Resident Evil. That's amazing, because that's one of my favorite games of all time, especially Part 4. Mike looks like the cool uncle. I am an uncle to many, many kids, actually. My sister went and had 4 kids, like, boom, instant uncleage. I'm like, cool. Now I don't have to have kids because I can be a cool uncle. That's good enough for me. You know what? As far as it being short scale, it does feel a little short. I think it is. So it's crazy. But it's really easy to reach the 22nd fret. So when I go... Sounds funny to play Master Puppets and have it that low. The plugin I'm using is the Angle plugin from UAD. It's probably the best guitar plugin I've ever heard, ever played before. So now, because I can't go to the front pickup, I can only show you like 1 second of the sound of it before it clicks back. Ready? Oh, damn it, it clicked. See, it's pretty milky. I hate to use that adjective, but it's very milky. Look at this stupid switch. Stay up. That's what she said. Stay up. It's so weird. It's like it's possessed. It's like so weird and stuff. Okay, we're on to my plague. I'll say it one more time. Play the song on your end. Make sure you have it ready to go on iTunes, on Spotify. I'm going to go 3, 2, 1, hit play. We're going to be in sync, okay? Not the band, once again. It's kind of like when Pantera was being interviewed and Phil Anselmo's like, we just want to be extreme. Not the band, but extreme. Yes, I have used BiasFX, and they contact me like every week to like showcase their products, and I just say no all the time. Only because I hate being responsible for a product. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I forgot to mention the product today. Shoot, I don't want to worry about that stuff. So maybe someday, though. We'll see. Yes, John, we've got the new Explorer. I could just do this all day. Just make crazy sounds. Super fun. Okay. You guys ready for my plague? At first I thought it was my plaque. I'm like, weird. Fingers ready? At the play buttons. 3, 2, 1, play. Damn. Don't waste any time. It's gonna hit hard. Damn. Cool loop. It's kind of like Walk by Pantera. It just got very beautiful and melodic. I hate to compare once again, but very Fear Factory-ish. This guitar is kind of hard to, like, I don't know what to do with my arm right now. It's like, so I put it on the edge. I think he said, I might be a bastard, but at least I admit it. That's pretty cool. Oh, I forgot to tell you about that lyric that I thought was so great. Okay, I'll do that after this song. Stone in Paradise, give me another week with this guitar. I just got it today. I can't really give a good comparison yet. Yeah, Alarm Goes Ding. That is a goat, and it's kind of fitting because it's Iowa, but it's still scary because it's a black goat. It makes me think of The Witch, the movie, The Witch. Yeah, we're tuned to drop B. Damn. It does sound lower than B, doesn't it? I should have just kept my 7th string and I would have already been in B, you know? But it wouldn't have been drop B, so there's always tuning problems. Whenever you get a low-tuned guitar, then when you play live, you have to get a second guitar for a backup. It's just a mess, you know? Yeah, I think this is one of the songs. You're right. Winpeen, CJ. It's in drop A, so I'm not low enough, but I'm sort of like too lazy to tune down from here because I'm afraid the strings are going to get even crazier. That's badass. Oh, I kind of predicted that. Sorry, if people are actually listening to the song, they're like, Mike, shut up. You don't know how to play this. Oh, it's a badass loop. Okay. So before I forget about the lyric, I think it's in People Equals Shite. I'll quit saying that, sorry. He says, and it's very rare that I'll rewind a song to hear a lyric again that I think was so amazing that I have to double check that it was that amazing. Now, I don't know if this is what he says exactly, but it was something like, I want to disappear completely. How did he say it? I want to disappear completely, but I don't want to die. Oh, God, I forgot it. But it was so epic. Maybe somebody could look it up. But in it, he says something like, I want to disappear completely or without a trace. That's what he says. I want to disappear without a trace, but I don't want to die in this place. I'm like, oh, my God, that's so good. So it's funny, a band like SLIPKNOT, you would think could just say whatever they want because it's like heavy and crazy and distorted and everything. But there's very high-level art within this music. That's probably what drew me to it. Yesterday, Corey and I did album number 49, and it was a band that a lot of people tell me to listen to. And by the way, I loved it, okay? The people are going to go, oh, you're dogging on those guys. It's not that. It's just that the band that... Oh, I kind of want to leave it a surprise, but the band we did yesterday, they had all the elements that I would love, but nothing jumped out at me like that. You know what I mean? At least on the first viewing of it. So I just got to give it some more time, I think. It'll sink in. So let's see. Yes, if you continue taking my lessons, you'll eventually be able to play SLIPKNOT for sure. Yes, I want to disappear without a trace. And I think after that he says, but I don't want to die in this place. I hope he said that because that's badass. Let's see, Low Wendigo. Live in Buckethead Land, please. You know, I might end up doing that, but it's not going to be on this top 50 list. And I thought about it. I'm like, you know, I can really do anything I want. I could do this as a series. And then I could jump to, hey, I'm going to do a review of like the new St. Vincent album. I could do anything now. It's like the options are endless. You could play Mortal Kombat with your friend in Vietnam. That's from Cable Guy. Sweet. Okay, the next tune. You know, I'm a little worried because the last track, I did some research, is called Iowa, and it's 15 minutes long. And I'm afraid I'm going to have to pee or something. So what I might have to do is play the track, run and pee, and then come back. Hopefully I don't miss anything. So I'm just warning you guys now. I might have to pee. I know it's never happened to you, but I have to pee sometimes. And then I'm going to come back and hopefully not miss anything, okay? All right, we're going to do track number 5, Everything Ends. Hopefully you guys know. Let's see. Are you hot rodding that one, Mike? No, I think I'm going to leave this one the way it is. The only thing I'll do to it is probably put a decal right here. Because look at all this open space, man. It's like, it's screaming for something, you know? But I'm not going to do anything like a skull or anything like that. I'll do something meaningful. because really I only have one tattoo. I don't want you to see it. It's embarrassing. Instead of getting tattoos, which I will in the future again, I'll just tattoo my guitars. So it seems like a good idea. All right, you guys ready? Ricky, don't worry. We're not getting all satanic here, man. We're just enjoying a little Slipknot. If you want to see satanic, watch Saturday Night Live. That's all I got to say. Okay. Everything ends. You guys ready? Hopefully you have your Spotify, your Apple Music, whatever you have ready. We're going to hit play when I say play. Ready? 3, 2, 1, play. Whoa. I think Corey's drunk. He's got to have one of the best screams of metal of all time, wouldn't you say? I got to figure out that riff. Oh, it's in drop A. Shit. That's cool. I just get excited when the kick drums match the guitar riff, like perfectly. See, I think more people need to listen to this kind of music because it gets your anger out without hurting anybody, you know? Except yourself, maybe your vocal cords. Hey, we hit 100 likes. Thank you, guys. Oh, I love the band Ghost. I saw them open for Iron Maiden. So, I love the song Year Zero. I hope they're on this list. I don't know. I didn't make the list. Honestly, it's more fun to hit replay on time with Mike than to listen to the actual song. Whatever you want to do, man. These are some intense lyrics. I think he said motherfucker like 16 times already on this album. I can't figure this song out. It keeps moving around. There we go. There's a formula to this, you guys. You can almost tell. It's like play a riff, build it up, stop, let them scream, then kick in. It's kind of what Korn did. Korn had the 4 formula, though. You ever notice that? Like Jonathan Davis would say something 4 times, then the whole thing would kick in. Probably some of the most intense adrenaline rushes of all time with that band. Yes, Treadway, you understand, man. Let's see. These copyright issues need to be fixed. We shouldn't have to sync with you. I agree. Just listen along with you and press play. I know. You gotta admit, though, it's kind of cool that we're able to do that. You know what happened one time? I saw a video that I put up, and all of a sudden it had no audio. I'm like, no, what happened? I had like 3 seconds of a song, and I literally put my phone up to the microphone for 3 seconds, and they muted the sound for the whole video. I'm like, damn it. I have a really sad thing to admit. When I first heard Slipknot, good Lord, that was intense. When I first heard Slipknot, I kept comparing because my brain compares everything. And I was thinking like, is this singer faking being this angry? Or is he just trying to sound heavier than like Phil Anselmo? Is he trying to like take from all these singers, you know? And then when I saw the documentary about what he went through, I'm like, oh my God, I feel like a big ass now because he's legit. You know, if you ever watch him in interviews, he's very intelligent. He did that whole tour where he just like did spoken word, kind of like Rollins did. And I'm like, this is a dude I'd want to talk to. You know what I mean? He's not a guy that you're just like, oh, he's just some stupid singer who makes money screaming. He's not that kind of person, from what I could tell. And now that I know his backstory, it really makes me like this band that much more. Plus all the tragedies they've been through. It's like, damn, these guys have earned their place in music, you know? So, okay, that track was very angry. I love the kick drum going, doo-ch. Anytime it's straight like that, it feels so brutal, you know? It's a great thing. It's a great trick. I don't want to call it a trick, but it's a great technique to make you feel like you're just pounding on somebody, you know? Boom, 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 boom. Once again, I didn't want to tune down to A because look at these strings already. It's like they're already super slinky. And this is a new guitar, so it came with, I think, 10 gauge strings, maybe 9s. And so I think I'm going to have to bump it up to like 11s. So when I tune down to drop B, it's not as, I don't know. It's a little too slinky. Hannah says, I love hearing Corey's thoughts on 80s horror movies. In Search of Darkness. That's right. He has even more cred with me. Not that he cares. But anyone who loves 80s horror movies are okay with me, especially really bad ones, you know, the cheesy ones that are kind of like over the top. It's the best stuff. Mark, why did you say SNL is satanic? LOL. I'm half joking, but I don't know. It's not SNL. It's sometimes the guests. It's kind of like the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? It's just like, what's going on here, man? I don't know what's happening. And then everyone's looking at bands like Slipknot. They're like, oh, Slipknot's satanic. And you're like, before you say that, you might want to watch what your kids are watching, you know, today. I won't say it, but I'll say it. Lil Nas X. My student who like asked me to teach her Lil Nas X on guitar, she was in the other day. And she just admitted to me, she's like, yeah, I really don't like, I don't really like it. I just know about it so much that I thought I would ask to learn it. I'm like, well, don't do that. Actually like something or love something before asking me to teach it to you. Oh my God, Okay. So yeah, 12s are probably a better idea. So no, I think I'll do that. I also think I need to get some water. So thank you, He-Mant. I love you too. The next track, the Heretic Anthem. I don't have a very scary voice, but I try. Okay, the Heretic Anthem. I think I might get up and pee after this song. Just thought I'd let everybody know. And get a drink of water because my voice is starting to get very Slipknot-y. Slipknot-y, that's kind of funny. All right, you guys ready? Hopefully you have the songs queued up. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, play. Like always, here we go. Well, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. I predict there's going to be squeals, chugging, dissonance. There's the chugging. Yes, Alvaro. 555 5555 5555. Classic. Ooh, that was crazy. Is this the track they did on Conan? Where he goes 555 and 666? Because that would make my day. If you've never seen that, look it up. It is. It's funny because the stage was only so big, and there's like 9 guys, right? So the guys on the end, they couldn't bring their percussion. They just had to like headbang. It was really cool. I'm going to see if I could downstroke this whole verse. I don't know how to play it, by the way. I did it! These skinny 7-year-old girl arms pull through sometimes. This is where he changes it. 6. That's badass. Connor, what's up? I have not heard of the band Shy. Ooh, he's pulling a Angel of Death right there. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Heard their song Break Down the Walls. I'll check it out, man. Thank you. Yeah, Corey Taylor's screaming his tits off right here. Holy. Yeah, Trauma Factor. Slipknot is pretty scary, but not as scary as frickin' Mayhem. Just read their biography. My God. The guitar sounds so low, they're not even sonically making notes anymore. There's the drum picking. I want to get up and start bouncing around. I want to go back and rewatch this and see how close or how far off I am on some of these riffs. Tubbers, how dare you bring up the worst sequel of all time? The Exorcist 2, The Heretic. I just realized I could play my old Teenage Metal Band's riff over all these songs. Watch. Little fail to be. It's crazy. Yeah, Raven. I don't know if you caught the story, but I actually was going to do Mayhem for number 49, but I didn't. I was at a restaurant, like, doing my research for that night for the song, and I looked up Mayhem, and I've heard them a little bit, but I never really knew the story. I heard Norwegian death metal, suicides, murders, all this stuff, and I thought, that's just a little too heavy for me, man. And the part that made me the most queasy while I was eating was, and I'm not easily queasy. I'm not easy queasy over here, people. I grew up watching The Exorcist when I was 7, so they were talking about how the singer and this other guy in the band lived in the woods, and the guy just went out to get something, and the singer, like, spoiler alert, like, killed himself, slit his wrist and shot his head off, and his bandmate came back home and discovered that, and the guy had left a suicide note that said, sorry about the blood, or something like that. It's so twisted. And then his bandmate ran off and got a disposable camera, because back then they didn't have iPhones, and took a picture of it, and they ended up using it on one of their album covers. I'm just like, no, I can't. This is like watching Faces of Death for me. I just can't do it, you know? So if I can like bear it, I'm going to listen to it, but I don't know if it's going to make my top 50, even though it's on many lists. It's like number 45, number 35. So it's got to be a great album, but damn it. I don't know if I'm ready for that stuff. We'll see. Okay. The next tune, we're already to track 7, you guys, is strangely called Gently. And I wonder if there's some twisted meaning behind it. Like, gently drive the knife into my gallbladder, which is not up here, I understand. That's like Girl Interrupted, where she's like, I'm going to slice open my aorta. And I think it was Whoopi Goldberg's like, that's not your aorta, honey. Yeah, it is black metal, right? Norwegian black metal. Corey made a good point, though. He said they're living what like bands like Cannibal Corpse sing about. I'm like, yes, but I don't want that, okay? I want to watch The Exorcist. I actually don't, but I have. Or Amityville. I don't actually want to go in that house and literally experience all that stuff, you know? So, okay. So what I'm going to do, I'll have to edit this out when I actually like re-upload this for everybody else to watch. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick break, get a drink of water because I'm sounding a bit hoarse here. And what else am I going to do? Go pee, like I said. And we're going to do up the song Gently next. Okay, so if you guys want to cue that up, get ready. Another weird thing is putting this Explorer on the stand is very strange. Like, it kind of bounces all funky on it, and the bottom is very close to the ground. Okay, you guys talk amongst yourselves. I'll give you a topic. No, actually what I'll do is I'll give you a mixtape. We haven't done this in a long time. So if you guys can put your answers on the comments section, that'd be great. This one's kind of interesting. Best song about California. Go. And I'll be right back after I am replenished. Whew. Disappearing. Okay, did I miss anything? I feel so much better. It's weird. I drank water on this end, and I peed on the other end. I don't know why, that just seems weird to me. At the same time, too. If you think about it, we're all just one big tube. So we're just tubes with emotions and anxieties. Ever have to throw up and crap your pants at the same time? Oh, me neither. Just making conversation. One time it was very close to being simultaneous. But I remember one time when I was a kid, my babysitter told me a story that she had food poisoning. And I was pretty young, and she's telling me this stuff. She's like, yeah, it was coming out of both ends. And I kept picturing, how do you do that on the toilet, you know? Or do you just stand in the bathtub? Sorry, I don't know why I'm talking about this. So Danny California, California Love. How about Take California? Do you guys know that tune? That's back when I was into my techno days, before all this EDM crap. I'm just kidding. California Dreamin's actually a very haunting song. So, thanks, Raven. I'm really digging the pickups in this thing. It's just heavy. It's ballsy. It's got girth, if you will. The only problem is I don't know where to put my frickin' arm. Because you put it here and it goes whoop, whoop. You put it on the end, you feel like you're stabbing yourself. you can't hold it like this because that's just weird, you know? So sitting down and playing Explorer is a little bit strange. And you can't really play it between your legs because that doesn't sit very well. I wonder how like certain drop D songs would sound in drop B. Let's try it. Ready? I'm a bit out of tune. Also, I think I'm going to have to get this thing set up because the intonation's a little bit off. And I'm a little disappointed. I mean, this guitar is not cheap, and it says it was inspected many times by people. And there's still a lot of weird little things going on with it, but those are first world problems. Should we move on? Walk-in drop B is pretty badass. Love it. Okay, we are on to track 7. It is called Gently, which I would not expect a Slipknot song to be titled that. So, are you guys ready? You have the songs ready to go? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. Oops, I screwed up. Sorry. False alarm. False alarm. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I hit play, but it didn't work. Frickin' iPhones. 3, 2, 1, play. German. You have to have the song on your end playing for this to make sense. Yes, Connor, gents, just fine, thank you. It's a perfect gentleman. No, I don't think Saint Anger made the list, Raven. Mark, I'm working on the boobs. Okay, this one's got a slow build. I kind of like it. That's badass. This might be an interlude, actually. Let me check. Nope, I don't think so. It's like 5 minutes long. There we go. Yeah, yee. I like your name. Yee. It's hard to say. Because of copyright, I can't actually play Slipknot on this live stream. But I can have us sync together, so you play it on your end. And if you miss this one, just wait till the next one, because it's going to be fun. Here we go. This has got like a doomy quality to it. I love it. It's hard to tell what the chords are. Cool, they're keeping it real chill. I thought they were going to kick into it right there. That's a cool vocal effect, isn't it? It's cool. It sounds like a Leslie, like a rotating speaker. See, to me, this is heavier than everything else on the, or it's as heavy as anything else on this album. It's that slow, sludgy kind of sound, you know? What's up, Alexander? Yee. My accent is from Minnesota and half Korean. It's from growing up with a full Korean mom and a Norwegian father. Swedish Norwegian father. Brian, I was a Wild fan for a while, but I just I'm old school, man. North Stars. When the North Stars moved, I just kind of give up, you know? Yeah, they said that this album there's barely any silence in it at all. It's always a weird sound, a beat, a scream, and they're right. Okay, it's kicking in. You can hear Corey Taylor like screaming or crying in this side there. You know who did it the best? Jonathan Davis. If you guys ever listen to Daddy by Korn, oh my God. It's like you literally feel like you're him at that moment, just bawling your eyes out, you know? Oh, that's a cool riff. Nice. Yeah, I don't really know. When people say I have an accent, I don't know because I'm me. But I always wonder what words sound funny to people, you know? I love that riff. Because one time I said root note, and people made fun of me. They're like, what's a rut note? I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, root note. It's like, okay, got it. Okay, my favorite riff was whatever it was. And it's kind of sad because I'm actually in tune, but because my strings are kind of light, they're just wavering so much they sound out of tune. So we're just going to have to live with it today. It's kind of that first day guitar problem. You know what I mean? So, okay. This next song, everybody talks about as being one of the best tunes. Left Behind. So I'm excited. And we had a few questions where people were like, what the hell's going on here? And that's why, you know, I don't want to keep repeating it because it gets old for people who are watching the whole time. But if you guys can cue up the music on your end and just hit play with me at the same time, we're good. If you can't do that, this is going to be the weirdest thing probably to watch because you'd be like, what is Mike listening to? He's not even paying attention to his own live stream. He's listening to SLIPKNOT for some reason. So it's funny. Let's see. Hannah says, I hear it when you say the word always. Always. Is it because I say like always or something? Like Yahweh? So this is the first time Lorenz is listening to this. I love it because that's kind of the reason I'm doing this, you guys. I realized I missed so many albums growing up. You know, I was big into Metallica, Megadeth. By the way, the Megadeth news today broke. That was kind of a bummer, but Anthrax, Slayer, all those bands. But I also listened to here and there this band and maybe a couple from this band or whatever. I did a video about in the old days we would listen to entire albums, you know. So I thought, you know, I really have to walk the walk now. I have to go back and make up for all the albums that I missed. So by doing this top 50, by doing some other albums, it's going to be really a cool way to catch up on all these albums that I've missed over the years. So today we're just on number 48, Iowa by SLIPKNOT. I'm having a great time. I'm glad you are hearing it for the first time, Lorenzo. Hopefully you come back to it. Try to listen to People Equal Shit one more time before you go to bed, okay? And look up them playing it live. It'll change your life. Okay. We have Left Behind. You guys ready? So we're going to go 3, 2, 1, play. Ready? 3, 2, 1, play. Whoa. This sounds so different than the other songs. I heard Jim Root, not Jim Rutt, had a lot more say on this album, so I wonder if his influence is coming through in this song. You know, that this chorus got a little psychosocial kind of foreshadowing. Do you guys hear that? It's a great riff. It's moving around too fast for me to figure it out, but it's like... Okay, don't kill me, but this sounds like if Fear Factory was playing... No. I don't know. It's got a very Fear Factory thing. Cool delay. Oh, this sounds like Incubus to me. This really shows Joey Jordison's his range, because this is a completely different beat than I've heard him play before. Somebody's just going off in the background now. I hope anybody who loves Slipknot has heard Fear Factory before, because they kind of go hand in hand in a really cool way. Okay, I gotta learn this riff. That's my best guess. Did you hear that clown from Slipknot is opening up his own cannabis line? No, but I believe it. Now's the time to do it. It's like people are either, you know, like famous people are either doing that or they're doing like their own whiskey or their own vodka. Just seems like people are realizing that you have to do something product related or something, you know. All right, that song really will stick with me. I'm going to go back and listen to it again later. I just love that. Whatever it was. I know you guys who know how to play that are laughing at me now, and I'm very sad. I'm just kidding. Very cool. I just kept hearing. For some reason, it just kind of, like I said, it sounded like a foreshadowing of songs to come, if you know what I'm saying. So, okay. No, Raven, I haven't done 48 of these. See, I don't know how to number this to make sense because we're going backwards from 50. So we're going top 50 metal albums of all time. So it's like 50 was Accept, Balls to the Wall. 49 will remain a mystery till tonight. We're doing 48 tonight. This is like the taping, if I can use the word taping, for 48. I have to edit it a little bit, and then I'm going to re-release it. So it's going to be in sequential order. But we're going to eventually do 50 of these. So we've only done 2 so far. This is the 3rd one. So. All right. You guys ready? Oh, I didn't even do the right... Oh, no, I messed up. Okay, so that was Left Behind. Apologize for that. That's something I'll fix when I re-edit it, okay? That was probably bugging the crap out of people. I'm so sorry. The next track is going to be The Shape, track number 9. I love that I can go back and edit this because I make a ton of mistakes when I go live, right? And you just can't do anything about it. You just have to laugh and move on. And I appreciate you guys keeping up with me so that keep it together, you know? Because if I wasn't paying attention, I'd probably still have track 1 written on the screen. You know what I mean? So yeah, like I said, Fear Factory, Slipknot, they just seem to be a good marriage, you know? All right, let's do the shape. I can't believe we're already on track 9, man. You guys ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. Man, Dino from Fear Factory had some of the heaviest riffs ever that I've ever seen live. Corey and I talk about it on the last episode. I was thinking about how much weight these guys lose on stage when playing a whole concert. Because they're wearing those tracksuits or whatever, you know, those jumpsuits or whatever, those masks, and they're playing intense music for like an hour and a half straight. I bet you they burn 1,000 calories or more. That's cool. That sounds like a hard drum part because the kick has to go do-do, do-do, do-do. Yeah, I will check out Bucket Headland. Might not be tonight, though. Thank you, Nathan Skywalker. I kind of had to take a chance with this series, you know, because it's like, I know it's not going to get as many views. I mean, look at anyone who does like reaction commentary, like Rick Beato's videos about, hey, this is what makes this song so great. It takes a while to get traction, you know, because it takes patience and dedication, and people have to actually be interactive for this series. So, I mean, it's not much to hit play, but you still have to keep up with it, you know. One thing I didn't realize is that Stone Sour was around for so long. I always thought he started the group after Slipknot as like a side project, but I guess it was around beforehand. It's a weird riff. I can't help it. I always want to throw in a squeal. Makes me wonder if they actually add the percussion that you see on stage on the recordings, because I don't really hear a lot of it. If you break it down, it sounds like just a 5-piece band here, you know? Mike, do you know the song Mighty Wings by Cheap Trick? Actually, I don't. Cheap Trick's another one of those bands that I'm going to have to do some commentary for, because I really want to get into their older stuff. Oh, that was heavy. Oh, I ended it right. I love it when I just accidentally play the right thing. So, not that I was playing the riff right, but it's like. It's a badass ending, man. It's great. See, some songs the percussion is more clear. Yeah, I think maybe they're always recorded, but then Ross Robinson's like, too busy, you know. Well, bring it up a little bit, kind of like Lars with Jason Newsted's bass. Like, can't hear the drums enough. Just kidding. Yeah, we're counting down from 50. Thank you, Hannah. And it's so fun. Like every day, I'm excited to see what the next album's gonna be. You know. So now that doesn't mean I'm not gonna do my other videos. Like today, I uploaded a video about muting riffs that aren't supposed to be muted, and it's the last of the 3 of the episode. And I think people actually dug it. You know, it seems like people are, cause what did I do? I did some Led Zeppelin. We did Smashing Pumpkins. You'll just have to watch it. But it ended up turning out pretty good. And actually, it's the one I put out the fastest because after Corey left last night, I was like, hey, I have time to like do a quick video. So I just put it out. Luckily, all my settings are set from the other videos, so I could just pump them out kind of quick. So that's why I did a whole bunch at one time, because everything was set up for it, you know. So, okay, the next tune. This time I won't forget. I can't believe I did that for Left Behind. That's a bummer. Wait, we already did the shape. Let's see. I Am Hated. That's what it's called. Did I skip a song? That's weird. Let's see. Is it only one album per band? No, actually, if you look at some of the top 50 lists, there are multiples. So there's going to be a lot of Metallica, a lot of Megadeth, Slayer, all the ones you would imagine, you know, but then there's like one or two that I've never even listened to before. More than that, way more than that. But I'll be like, oh yeah, I've never heard that album before. So this is great. Even old Judas Priest albums, I'm like, oh, I skipped that one when I was younger, you know? So it's like kind of embarrassing because I feel like I should know all the Judas Priest albums. Okay, you guys ready? Yeah, Constantine, there's no music to be heard because of copyright. So you have to cue it up yourself, baby, and hit play with me. So let's get I Am Hated, track number 10 off of Iowa. Ready to go? I'm going to take a sip of water. Yes, Raven, the track did get left behind. At least the text for the track. I opened the stream just to hear I Am Hated with zero context. Yes, this is me just doing like an intervention for myself. So I'm like, okay, all my subscribers, just so you know, I am hated. I'm a loser, baby, so why don't you kill me? Okay, hopefully you guys have the song ready to go. I've got my finger ready. That's what he said. We're going to count down from 3. Ready? 3, 2, 1, play. How's he doing that with the cymbal? That's fast. Okay, I think when they wrote this song, they're like, we need a song that makes people jump. Jump, 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 jump. Don't kill me, but this is a little bit of Limp Bizkit in it. I bet you Corey Taylor would kick my ass for saying that. Hey, Limp Bizkit was awesome at one time. Nice. That part, that breakdown, was totally Korn. Rate the water. The water is very pure, I hope. I'm not sponsored by this company, by the way, because the bottles keep appearing in my videos. But I'm hoping they'll just send me some free water. Tubber says, computer dummy here, can't sync. If you're on the computer, just open up another tab. And you'll also be able to like control the volume separately. It's so cool. Oh, that's badass. That sounds like Nuclear Assault. I seem to stop at the right times. That's important, right? Okay, this would be a great song to work out to. It's got the perfect tempo. What are they screaming? We are. So at the end of the song, he did what I love, which the guy in Fear Factory does too. And so does Phil Anselmo. The music stops, but the scream continues. And that's got to be pressure live. Let's say you're holding out that last note and then your voice cracks. That would suck. I'm sort of a fatalist when it comes to, I don't know if that's the right word, when it comes to playing live. Like every time I play live, I always imagine I'm going to break a string at a certain point. And I think it's because I've had a lot of weird things happen on stage, so I have this kind of like freaked out, like please everything go right, you know? That's kind of why for a while I was having like a shot of whiskey before every set, because I was like, at least that allows me to just chill, you know? But then it got kind of bad and I started feeling numb fingers. I'm like, I can't play. I'm not nervous, but I can't play. What a weird trade-off. So, sweet tune. Okay, I gotta remember that one, okay? I Am Hated. Is it ironic to say I love I Am Hated? Okay, the next one wins the award for my favorite title, Skin Ticket. What does that even mean? Can I guess? Ow, these headphones are caught on my junk. Not technically, but Skin Ticket, I'm going to guess it's like a pound of flesh, right? So if you ever saw the movie Seven, they talk about a pound of flesh where the guy had to like, sorry, this is becoming a very morbid live stream, had to like cut a pound of flesh off himself and put it on the scale in order to be free or whatever. Is it about that? Because I think it might be. Let's try it. Oh, you know what's funny, Raven? If I try to break a string like at home, I can't. I'm like, it never breaks. But then one time live, we did a Heart tribute, and I were playing Magic Man, and the very first bend, you go like a step and a half, sometimes two, and the frickin' string popped out of the bridge. It was the worst possible timing ever. And ever since then, I get nervous to play that song. So just more whiskey, I guess. All right, you guys ready? Skin as a noun versus skin as a verb. Ooh. Skin Ticket. Still don't get it. Here we go, you guys. 3, 2, 1, play. Skin Ticket. They love that wah pedal sound. So do I. Ooh, explosion. There's that percussion. Those toms are tight as hell, man. And they're muted just enough to not ring out too much. Gives it a good tight sound. This almost sounds like background music for a video game. Nice. That's another Joey trademark. The 2 hits in the beginning. Du-du. Du-du. This song has some space to it. I like that. Trippy, man. It does sound like hitting a dumpster, boss, for sure. There's a video where the clown dude jumped off the stage side or whatever, landed on the stage, broke both his legs, I think, and kept playing. It's crazy. I think it was clown. Not sure. This has got some Korn vibes too. I love that. It's fun to play that beat on drums too, that 2-kick thing. Kick. That sounded cool, huh? It's like the guitar screaming. I'm gonna put it at the right spot. Ready? Oh yeah. I feel like I subconsciously know this album because I'm hitting the right hits. That's badass, man. Is that Jonathan Davis? That'd be sweet if he made like a cameo appearance on this. Yes, the messy solo. That's got to be Jonathan Davis, you guys, in the background. It's speeding up. I swear to God, it went from this tempo and it went up a little bit. That's weird. Oh, Sid broke. Okay, Sid broke his legs. Nashton, no, I am 74 years old. Okay, this song wins the award for the most Korn-like vocals. And I love it. When I was working at Sam Goody back in the day, 1995, my boss brought the Korn self-titled album on cassette to me. Cassette, maybe? No, CD. He's like, I think you're going to like this. Ended up being my favorite album of the year. So when we ended up roading for Korn, Megadeth, Fear Factory, it was a weird that we got to do that. I actually knew who Korn was, so I felt like a hipster. Okay, they're in A. What's he saying? Killing myself alive? Oh, that was my chance to hear it. I was playing. Keeping myself alive, I think. Yes. Rest in peace, Paul Gray. That's a sad story to hear. Like, I guess he was in a hotel room or something, and they're like, do you know who it is? You know, like they're calling and trying to find him. And I think they had to read the pill bottle to see his name. So let's see. G. Birdo. I was right, Mike. R.I.P. Dave Ellefson. Yeah. It's weird because it's almost like they had two choices. You know, they either try to let it blow over, because it was. I mean, people weren't talking about it very much after like 3 days or whatever. It's kind of what I predicted. But then it sounds like from the way they worded it today, when I woke up, I looked at Instagram, and it's the first thing I saw was a letter or whatever from a statement from Dave Mustaine. And the fact that it said, due to other disagreements they had or tensions or something, we're just going to let them go, you know? So that kind of told me that it probably wasn't predicated all on this one incident, but maybe an ongoing series of events, a series of unfortunate events, you know? You just never know with bands. Sometimes somebody's on the last their last chance, and that's it. You know, that's what did it. That's the straw that broke the camel's back. So, okay. Let's go on to the next tune. This one's an interesting title. New Abortion. I feel like they should have spelt it abhor. Like, I abhor this. Abhortion. I think that would have been cool. But yeah, it's probably the right thing to do. Gberto, you're right, because I feel like, yeah, that's what he said, already strained relationship. I feel like maybe Megadeth needs something. I would want to see them with Dave Ellefson, you know, before all this happened, because I'd be like, hey, at least it's half of Megadeth, you know. But somebody made a good point. They said maybe he should just change it to Dave Mustaine and Friends, like, because it kind of seems like that, you know. Okay, you guys ready for New Abortion? I gotta kind of say it weird, New Abortion, so that the bots don't cancel me. Here we go, guys. Fingers ready at the play buttons. 3, 2, 1, play. This one's not waiting around. That's the classic Joey fill. It's pretty impressive that they wrote this many songs for their next album. I mean, they were so busy touring for the first album. A lot of bands would have just put out 8 songs and called it a day, you know? It's kind of a blast beat. Turns out a lot of the songs are in A. Yeah, Gberto, you talk about Ellefson always having a nice guy image, but this sounds bad, but you could still be a nice guy and have problems. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know a lot of really nice guys in my life. Some people think I'm a nice guy. Like, oh, Mike seems like a nice dude, you know? And 99% of the time, I don't know, just doing my thing, happy-go-lucky. We could talk and have a beer and have fun, you know? But everyone has their demons, so keep that in mind. No matter how nice somebody seems, there's more to that person. At least you want to hope they have more than just the nice guy thing. I'm not saying what he did, but I'm saying everyone has darkness somewhere, you know? I'm missing all Joey's drum fills. They're sweet. Man, they did not hold back on the sound effects on this album. There's always something happening, you know? You can't take my son away from me, it sounds like. Those single stroke rolls just made my day. Oh my god, I can't even do it with my hands. Joey looks like he's a small dude, too. Like, I saw some interviews where well, of course he's standing next to his other bandmates that are like 10 feet tall, but he just seems like this skinny, talented dude, you know? He was being super snarky in this one interview because this girl's like, hey, do you know Tom Jones is here? And he's like, I think that's shit my grandma listens to. I thought that was funny. You can't take my soul away from me. Might be that. Because it's called New Abortion, I thought maybe it's Son. Okay. Either way, cool tune. I would say Not as memorable as the other songs because, maybe in second, third listenings, it'll grow on me or whatever. Damn, we're up to 160 likes. That's awesome, guys. Thank you. So a big reason why I like to do these as well is because, like I said in my video, sometimes the deeper cuts end up being my favorites later on. So I don't know. It's one of those weird things where it's like I might go back and go, hey, New Abortion's my favorite song. Suddenly, I had to listen to it like 5 times, and then I went to bed and it was stuck in my head, and that kind of stuff will happen. It's so cool. That's the best part about deep cuts with music. Sometimes they suck though too. SLIPKNOT and Gojira are my favorite modern bands. Well, if you like Gojira, you may like one of our episodes. Wink, wink. That we may have already done. Wink. Okay, you guys ready? Metabolic. I wish I had a more badass voice for that. Metabolic. Let me change the title. We only have one left after this, you guys. This is a blast. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this in 3 parts. The first time I'm just going to do a reaction video, commentary video, listening party by myself, like I did for Accept. The second one, I'm going to bring in a special guest like I did with Corey. By the way, a lot of people might hate that one because it's like super long and we go off on tangents. We don't even talk about the music half the time. Then the third time, I'll go live with you guys so that you guys can be involved in it. And that'll keep it'll keep it fresh, keep it new and exciting. And I think that's great. You guys have so many cool ideas, so many great comments, and you keep me on track. I love that. So here's the funny part. I kind of gave away what episode 49 is. Gojira, but if you watch the episode with Corey, you're going to see 2 old guys trying to like get into newer music. It's so funny because we're both like, that sounds like Anthrax. That sounds like Metallica. It's like all we do is compare it to like bands that we know. But there are a couple that just blew me away. Now I have to admit, it's one of their albums that a lot of people wouldn't recommend, but it's still one of their albums. So hopefully you enjoy it. Okay, you guys ready for a Metabolic? 3, 2, 1, play. There are no love ballads on this album. Damn. Yes, I love that. Very Slayer. See, I'm doing it again. That was heavy. Oh, I wish they would have kept going with that riff. I'm going to do it. Had to do that. Felt good. My knees hurts just listening to silence. That's funny. So the people that are only hearing silence right now, it's kind of funny because you're watching me like, it must be like I'm schizophrenic with music. Like, can't you hear it? I'm just making shit up now. Okay, I like this song. Nathan Skywalker, there's not going to be any hard on this list because it's 50 best metal albums of all time. And My Knees Hurt, the lists are compiled from 4 different lists online, so it's going to be hard to predict what's next, and I like it that way. There should be more bands with like 9 members. I agree, Alexander. It's just really hard to keep a 3-piece band together, though. Like my friend today, she was like, yeah, our bass player just quit. Like, it's really hard to keep people together. I love that riff. Daniel says, I'm always ready to die, but you're killing me is one of my favorite Slipknot lyrics. See, those lyrics are great. Like, they could easily just said any bullshit they wanted to, and people would still like them, I bet. But they're legendary because they actually have substance, you know? Especially when you learn that he's really hurting when he's recording this, you know? I wonder if it's cathartic or if it's depressing to have to sing this every night at concerts. Don't worry, Raven. There's plenty of Metallica in this list. And that's going to be hard not to get a copyright for that one because I'm going to be playing along to all of them. And damn, that was a great song. I just love the... I can't copy. I don't know what he's doing, but there's one time when they did this high thing. Then the low guitars kicked in. I was like... I'm really liking this guitar a lot for heavy stuff. Now, I think it's going to be more of a standing guitar. So I think for my next riffs video or whatever I do, I'm going to use it. And I'm kind of excited about it. A little bit afraid, though, to use a new guitar for a video because sometimes they're not broken in correctly. But I'm going to play this one a lot. I'm going to get it broken in as much as possible. It still has that weird feeling when you do bends and stuff that feels like the frets are so brand new that they're not smooth yet. So I got to work on getting these suckers smooth. The Growlers. I think I have heard of them. God, the strings are wobbly. Makes me want to play Pantera because then you can go like... Super fun. Yeah, I'll try to hold it low, but I'm embarrassed to say it's going to look cheesy on me because I'm probably going to have to hold it somewhat human, you know? Like James would be like this right now. Like, okay, guys, we're going to play this song. I just can't do that, man. Even though I have kind of long, apish arms, I can reach to the floor practically. I still can't do what Hetfield does. Okay, we have one track left, but just to warn you guys, it's 15 minutes long. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to play it, and I'm going to talk to you guys. I'm going to do some Q&A as it goes, and if I hear something, I'm going to talk about it. But 15 minutes is a long time. Let's give it a shot. You guys ready? Final song of the night. Let's start that Q&A. Let's just get a dialogue happening, but we're going to play the song in the background. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Title track. Iowa, off of Iowa. I hope it goes. Thank you, Matt Thompson. This isn't evil enough to be Slipknot, what I'm doing. Maybe if I go... It's a little better. That's better. Yeah, you could tell they're setting the table. It's like the atmosphere is growing. Sounds like I'm in like a mad scientist laboratory. Which, by the way, is one of my nightmares. Can you imagine waking up, you're in some strange laboratory with Slipknot-looking dudes with frickin' tools standing around you? Let's see. Daniel says, it was on this song that Corey cut himself with a bottle in the studio. Damn. Imagine if he, like, died while recording. Could you imagine that? It's kind of why I quit recording people. It's like I couldn't handle all that stuff, you know? Like some people can do it. I don't have the patience for it probably, or the, I don't know what you would call it. Like people would come in and they would like, you just have to like cater to everything because you don't want them to be out of their element when they're recording. So it's like I always feel like I was trying to keep everyone happy. It's too much pressure, you know. Okay, I'm gonna try my weird chords again. Ready? Ooh, it actually works. It's funny how well that's fitting. It's kind of scary. That bass is so cool. It's tuned to low Z. Boom, 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 boom. This could have been on the Crow soundtrack. Raven says, how much pain is too much pain? How do you know what putting too much heavy metal blood, sweat, and tears in your metal music? That's a good question. I didn't read it exactly right, but I think the threshold is Korn's Daddy. Because when I listen to that, I feel kind of sick to my stomach. I'm like, nah, I don't want to go that far, you know. Josh says, just joshing. You could hear him cutting himself in the song. Whoa. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Connor. Yeah, if I was in the studio and I saw the singer cutting himself with a glass or whatever, a bottle, I'd be like, okay, when do we step in? I saw Marilyn Manson do that live one time. Like this light bulb came out of the ceiling and it dropped down and he like broke it. And then he started cutting his chest and stuff. It was so crazy. You know, I hate to say this, but this is kind of like Slipknot's version or their take on the song Daddy by Korn. Because if you listen to Daddy, it's super long as well. I think it's like 12 minutes or something. And it's sparse and I don't know. Texas Chainsaw Massacre set was downright degrading. Yeah, that's where I'm talking about going too far. Like when you expect the actors to work in 100-degree temperature and there's rotting meat on the table and people are throwing up between takes. I mean, I get it. I love the authenticity, but I don't want to be there, you know? I don't want to be the boom mic guy, like throwing up on the actor. Or like The Exorcist when they actually pulled the mom backwards with a rope and a harness and she like injured her back for life. That's doing a lot for your freaking art, you know? Lorenzo, it's a lot like that, but it's also Trent Reznor recording in, what is it? Whose house was it? Aleister Crowley's house or something like that? Jimmy Page, you know, Zeppelin did that kind of stuff, and it does give it a vibe. I have to admit. Super B. This isn't related to metal, but I asked a girl today about the Aerosmith shirt she was wearing. Uh-oh, that's never good. And she said she didn't even know who they were. Exactly. A lot of things have become just fashionable, you know? It's kind of sad, but on the other hand, maybe one day she'll actually want to listen to Aerosmith just because she knows the name. You know, it's kind of like when you see a TV commercial for a certain kind of product. I hate to say that, it sounds shitty, but then you're at the grocery store, you're like, oh, Burt's Beeswax. I saw Mike putting it on his skinny little Korean lips during a weird live stream where he wasn't playing any music. I'm going to try it. You know, that's kind of what they hope for, you know. So maybe we could use that psychology for Aerosmith. Okay, here's what we need. Ready? We need some corn harmonics. I'm having fun with this guitar. We also need some of this. No Market is not a new sponsor. I don't accept sponsors. I hate being beholden. Beholden? Is that a word? To companies. That being said, wear some Polo cologne and nobody will love you. I bought that because my brother used to wear it when we were kids, and when we did our live stream with the old Sanctus band, I bought it so we could all like get in the mood and remember. You know, it triggers memory. Like the sense of smell is so powerful. I think Corey Taylor's like getting exercised here. So, honestly, it sounds like he's like they're trying to take the demon out of him, you know? Tubbers, I can make my lips look bigger. You know how? I go like this. I squeeze them, and then like 20 minutes later, it looks like somebody punched me in the face. Lorenzo says, Mike, I don't need to use Polo for nobody to love me. Aw. We love you. What's up, Alvin? You know what this sounds like? Yep, Hannah knows that we have some Drakkar floating around here too. I'll reach for it in a second. This, I hate to talk over this because I know this is a very emotional song for Corey Taylor. But it sounds like a song you would have fallen asleep to, and then you'd start having nightmares and wake up and go, oh my God, it's still going. That was a good scream. Holy shit. Have you guys watched Black Mirror? The one with the, it's called Nosedive, where they have the number social credit score over your head. That part sounded like when the girl was saying that she's like, I love you at the end of the episode. It sounded like that. This is for Hannah. Drakkar. More Drakkar was sprayed on people when my old teenage metal band was playing than any other cologne. Oh my God. Like I always say, it smells like not getting laid. So this sounds like we're listening in on somebody's therapy session a little bit. Yeah, I think SLIPKNOT will get in the Hall of Fame, but I don't really respect it as much as maybe I should. It's like if a band is not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, it doesn't bother me, you know. Because I don't think Pat Benatar is in the Hall of Fame, and I love her, so Yeah, Take Shelter, Black Mirror is hit or miss, but same with a lot of things. Even the Twilight Zone, even how great it was. Every time there's an episode with like a Western feel or like astronauts, it's like I don't usually like it as much. A few of them are great. A few of the astronaut ones are the best, but a lot of them I'm just like, oh man, another astronaut one? Yes, Nathan, there will be Priest, there will be Maiden coming up. I'm excited. But I have to do this again. Yeah, Daniel, from what I've read, he was at his lowest point around this time. So Corey talks about it in the stream that we did yesterday that I'll release tonight. He actually worked with the guy who ended up like talking Corey Taylor off of the ledge or whatever when he was going to jump. It's just what he said. I believe Corey, but I have to look more into it because people say stuff. When I was a kid, people lied all the time. They're always just like, yeah, my cousin won 9 karate tournaments. Didn't even have a cousin. Actually, I didn't even have a friend, so I made all that up. Smells like not getting laid. You mean I have used your car without even... Wouldn't that suck if that was your natural pheromone, your car? Like, come on, ladies. What's wrong? No, the secret, if I had to give one secret to changing all that, because over all these years I've learned many lessons, right? I've chased so many people. I've been rejected so many times. Get good at something. And stop chasing. In fact, be so into the thing that you do that you don't have time to go, oh, I better go find someone to love, somebody to shove. You don't worry about that stuff. You just you pour your heart and soul into your instrument or whatever you do. Coding. If you enjoy mowing the lawn, I don't know, just put your whole effort into it. Working out is a good one. And then people start to go, why is that dude so okay by himself? How come he's not desperate? It's like you stop putting off that desperate vibe. I'm not saying this is your case. I'm just saying this is what I learned over the years. And then next thing you know, they start coming towards you versus running away, which is what I was used to. Okay, I think we're getting to let's see. My phone went to sleep so long. We're at the last 20 seconds, you guys. But I remember this one girl told me straight out, she's like, you're just kind of giving off this vibe like you're too anxious, you're too, you want something. You know what I mean? I'm like, because I do. And then I realized, I got to take that energy and put it towards guitar, And once I lost that energy and reversed it, a lot of things changed, It's just like, and the funny thing is then if someone wants to come at you, suddenly you're like, you know what? I'd almost rather play guitar tonight. It's such a strange switch, But anyway, I don't know why we're talking about that. Don't chase girls, chase guitar. That was one of my videos, so. You guys, we just listened to the entire album. The beginning, the interludes, the end, the crazy 15-minute therapy session. We did it all. Very proud of you guys for making it through. For that, we get some applause. We get a pat on the back. We get an attaboy. Now, so what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to put last night's podcast live stream online. And I bet you 5 people will watch it because it's 2 hours long of Corey and I just rambling. And by the way, Corey was pretty damn barbecued. Let's put it that way. He walks in, his eyes are red. I'm like, oh, this is going to be interesting. Anyhow, it was kind of funny too. Had a lot of funny moments. And I had to actually remaster the track because Corey was so loud. He'd be like, oh my God. And then he'd be back here talking. So excuse the volume discrepancies. I tried to fix it, but that'll be up tonight. I will edit this one and then put it up tomorrow night. So if you guys look at the list, because it's going to be a playlist, it's going to be number 50, Except Balls to the Wall. Number 49, I already told you, but I'm just going to leave it blank. 48, Slipknot, Iowa. So it's going to be fun. So if you guys promise to watch them, I promise to keep putting them up, okay? And somehow through this entire album, we kept around 100 people watching. This is so amazing. So thank you guys. Really appreciate it. Thank you, Hannah, for moderating this. I'm going to go home, work out, maybe have a gin and tonic. It's one of those hot Minnesota, spring nights. I think that's going to hit the spot. I'm not condoning drinking. I'm just saying I might have one or two. But I want to go back and listen to a couple other tracks on this album that caught my ear that I just had to let go by. So once again, People Equal Shit, such a killer tune. What else is great? I have to go back and look. But hopefully you guys remember. Left Behind was really cool. And it was fun. All right, guys, thanks again. I love you guys. We'll see you at the next lesson, the next live stream, whatever we do. And we'll see you soon, okay? All right, have a good night.